Alright, guys, it is May 7th, 2020. I wanted to do this quick video just to give you a quick maintenance tip on your outdoor AC condenser unit. This is something that is very easy to do. First of all, you can keep it running properly. You can spray off your coils on the outside here. Your coil is the whole thing that wraps around here. You see these kind of fins? That's your coil. This will help airflow because what this condenser does is it actually removes heat from your house and puts it out through this coil, which is basically kind of like a radiator. And air is sucked in through the sides and then it blows out the top. And so if this is all blocked up, then it won't work properly. So really the best way to do this is to take off the top, remove your bolts, and then spray from the inside out and get it all out. But sometimes it's not the best way to do it. So what I normally do is I just take it and I just spray it off. Get all the gunk off, let it kind of get all the way down. And you can spray the top if you want. Get it nice and clean. Sometimes you can also take off the top and clean out any leaves or debris that you get in there. A little bit of leaves and debris won't hurt it, but if it's like pretty full, then you may want to take it off and clean the outside. And yeah, so that's about it. This is not running right now. It's like 60 degrees right now here in Kentucky, but what you do want to do is when it's running, you want to feel this line, which there should be more insulation than there is now. But this air conditioner is almost 20 years old, pretty much the same age as the house. It is original to the house, actually. Just make sure it's cold, and you need a service person to come out and charge it with AC. The refrigerant. You may want to go ahead and have somebody come out and take a look at it. Somebody that won't rip you off. Make sure that you know for sure if your unit needs to be changed. The best way to tell if your unit needs to be changed is if the coil is looking kind of wet in an area. When everything else is dry and it just continues to stay wet, then that is an indication that it needs to probably be changed because you have a leak somewhere, a refrigerant leak. But most of the time these things can be fixed several times before they ever need to be changed. Don't fall for the hype of it's old and it's not efficient, so it's not good. If these things run, they work. I mean, this thing keeps our house like ice cold if we wanted it to. So, the only issue we've had is we have had to have a capacitor replaced because the fan motor wasn't starting. And if that is the case, you are going to need to have your capacitor, which is in here. It's like kind of almost like a battery canister kind of looking thing. And so you're just going to want to check that. Also make sure that if you have any bushes or any, vegetation around your unit, that you keep that trimmed back, because it will help your unit run better. Um, just try to be careful. Now this wire here, if you can see this little wire, that is your low voltage thermostat wire. And it should be zip tied or taped up like it is here. If it's just hanging on the ground, you need to get that, zip tied or tied up onto the Romex here or the refrigerant lines or somewhere where it's off the ground, because you don't want to hit that with a lawnmower or the weed whacker. If you hit that, then your thermostat is not going to work and your unit will shut down and it won't work. So that's a way to avoid service call. Another thing is, as you can see, mine has taken kind of a beating with the weed whacker. Mine is an older one where the coil isn't quite as protected as it could be. But it's worked pretty well. You just want to try to avoid that. Yes, that was me. I hit this with a weed whacker real bad several years back. If you bend those fins, it's just gonna make it not as efficient. But yeah, like stuff like this, try to keep vegetation from like just growing up it and taking over. If you have shrubs or trees or something, just kind of keep it all trimmed. You don't want this thing completely covered. You just want like space around it so it can breathe. And you don't want low-hanging branches over it either. I mean, just think about it. You need to give it space so it can breathe and actually, have its own little bubble, If you don't want to be crammed in bushes and trees, well, this guy doesn't want to be either. So, if he's going to serve you well. So, yeah. So that's some tips for you on that. Always make sure that your inside unit, that you're keeping your filter changed and clean. It's very important. Just make sure that there's nothing weird going on. Just try to, try to keep an eye on it. It doesn't need constant attention, but just some of these simple maintenance tips will extend the life of your unit and keep it running for long periods of time. I've seen these things going for like 30 to 40 years. They can run for a real long time, especially if you take good care of them. And the new ones don't really last that long for the most part, so if you can keep these older ones in good shape and keep them going, I mean, that's really the best thing to do. So, yeah. So anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.